What's up, Internet Land? Zackmus Prime, aka Zackmus Prime, here with another Transformers video review. Today, the figure that we're taking a look at is the Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Optimus Prime. There you go. That's him right there. So, I actually had a couple months ago in my possession, ready for me to review an old Bendy Prime, and I almost reviewed it, but I don't remember what happened. I think I was just super busy, and so I returned it without reviewing it. But I kind of wish that I had. Apparently, this guy. So, back in the early aughts, they came out with the Armada series, and they had the leader class, or whatever they called it at the time. They had the leader class Optimus Prime, and he combined with the trailer and did all the things. And then they're like, man, but the posability on this figure sucks, so we're going to release a deluxe class Optimus Prime that all he does is just being posable. So he transforms into the truck, and he transforms into the robot, and then he's like posable with all the joints that you'd expect. And I remember somebody posting online showing a comparison between the Bendy Prime and this one, showing that this one is actually more posable than the version of Optimus Prime that they made specifically to be posable. And I think that's just beautiful how the technology has advanced over time. I love it, technology. It's some good shit right there. But yeah, so this is the Legacy Evolution Armada Optimus Prime, and I got him not necessarily because I had any strong feelings for Armada Prime, just because I really like having Optimus Primes in my collection. I have quite a shelf of them, and I figured, why not? It's a pretty decent looking figure, and he's got this nice chunk to him. You know, he's not. With the way figures have been going lately, you know, they're doing things to get smaller figures and bigger packaging, which is why we've got leader class figures at Voyager class figures at leader class price points. Again, I know that there's putting extra engineering and stuff like that, but I miss having a chunky feeling figure like this. It's nice. But anyhow, he does come with a trailer. Let me throw that out here in its base mode, because you know what? Base modes suck. Base modes are stupid. And so I'm just going to bring it out as a base already. There it is. Base mode. It's got stuff on the front and stuff on the front and stuff on the front, and this can rotate. There's nowhere to grab onto that, so you can just have a guy standing back here. And then if you want, you can have a guy standing here and just picking his nose. And you can have a guy standing over here and picking his nose. And what do you know? That's also a size comparison. But yeah, the base mode. It's got a couple ports you can stick some guns on if you want to, and you can take this guy and rotate it. And that's literally all that this does. It sucks. It doesn't auto-transform like the original one did, which is fine. The original one was just a literal brick. And maybe someday if I really feel up to it, and I have more extra cash and I know what to do with, I might get the Fans Hobby one, which turns into a decent looking base and is still postable and does all the things. So that's fun. But anyhow, in terms of accessories, I've already got him out. This is spoiler alert. This is his accessory. This is his one accessory. You can do the Evo Fusion by pulling his guns off and sticking them to the guns. So it's yo dog, I heard you like guns, so I put some guns on your guns so you can shoot while you shoot. And that's it. That's the Evo Fusion. I think all Evo Fusion gimmicks. It's lame. Absolutely lame. But it's there, so what can I say? In terms of posability, let me get this out of the way somehow. I don't know. In terms of posability, his head is on a ball joint. It'll look up and down a little bit. Tilt side to side a little bit. Rotate just freely as much as you'd like. He's got a shoulder joint here. Goes out for the full tree pose. There's a little bit of posability on this transformation joint here. So you can get some like shruggy gestures if you want to. He's got a bicep joint here, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel. One other accessory I forgot to mention, you can open up his matrix chamber, and then he's got a thing in here which you can pull out. And this is just molded in clear plastic with paint app on the front. And yeah, it's a matrix. You can't really do anything to hold it, but like all the other matrices, it's just there to look pretty. No waist joint due to the way he transforms. That's acceptable. Legs go that far forward. If you move the butt flap out of the way, that far back. If you move the side hip skirt out of the way, it goes out for the full Van Damme. He's got a thigh swivel. He's got single joint bend at the knee for 90 degrees of bend. It will go forward too. Angle tilt like you need. And that's about it for this guy. But anyhow, let's get him transformed up. So, let's start with the base mode, actually. The base mode. So to get this transformed up, you want to take this and, like, rotate this around. No, you don't want to rotate that around. These will detach from these little tabs if they haven't detached already, which they probably will have. You can take these and fold them down together more or less. This guy's going to come down. You're going to fold up these little flappy flaps here. This part's going to come down, and you're going to make like this like zigzag shape like that. And then you're just going to bring this in, and you'll see here that this is going to slide past there. You've got a big old tab here that's going to fit into the slot on this strut here. And you've got a tab here that's going to fit into a slot right here. They say to put the gun on the top, like so. But if you really want to, you can put the gun in right here at this step. I kind of like that there. A buddy of mine discovered that, and I like it. And then you just take these, flip them back, and then tab these into that. This is going to come up. You've got these, you've got these two tabs right here. They don't really look like tabs, but they are. They will fit into these slots right here. Come on, they'll fit into those slots right there. There you go. And that's all she wrote. Oh yeah, you want to flip these down. Yeah, that's all she wrote. These stick out as kickstands basically, so that the trailer can sit and be a trailer and not fall on its face. So that's cool. Anyhow, to get this guy transformed up, also fairly simple. Also pretty much exactly the same as the original. So, like, that's one of the things I like about a good remake figure. Like, this isn't an homage. This is straight up a remake. A classic figure with modern engineering. I like that. So these are on double joints. You're going to bring them up and just like you're boxing up his head. You're going to fold this down and then bend his elbow backwards. And then you've got a tab here and a slot here. And you're just going to plug that into the slot. You can rotate his fist like so. just so it looks ever so slightly less like a fist. And then do the same with the other side. And then you can take this and open that up, rotate this up, plug that into there, and then you can take this guy here and just bend this out on this little double joint and close that over there. This will go like that. Put these hip skirts into their proper places. Actually, let's not worry about those at the moment. We want to deal with this. Open up this panel here, flip his toe up. There is a small slot. There's a tab here and a slot on the bottom of the foot, so they'll have a place to go when they go back. And you'll just plug these together. Tuck these tabs underneath into there. They've got little dedicated slots. Plug these in. And then you've got, oh wait, rotate this around. This tab will go into a slot right here. And there you have him in his truck mode. And then you can take this guy here, flip these all the way up and in. You've got your trailer hitch right there. It'll just kind of plug onto this. Onto this. There you go. And he's big. He's a big chunky guy. I don't have the original, so I can't tell you if he's as big and chunky as the original, but he's big. And he's chunky. I like it. But that's not everything that we're here for, is it? No, it's not. To do his final transformation, what we want to do is we want to start with this guy here. And you can take these and flip them back around. Open these panels back up. You want to flip out the toes. That will allow you to flip. Oh, wait. You don't want to flip out the toes yet. First, you want to flip these around to bring out his hands. And then these are going to come back down. You've got a different set of tabs. These tabs right here will fit into these slots right there. So they will still tab in. Then you want to take these toes, flip them around to fill in that hollow space. That's nice. You want to go in here, lift up the corners of these and bring them out. And then you want to take this and basically bring them out like that. And then you're going to take and you're going to separate their arms now. So you're going to separate the arms, bring them down at these joints. Bring out his head until it tabs into place right here. And then his arms are going to go, they were going from here, you want to bring them back so they're like this. And then they're going to come up and they're going to fit, there's a tab right here that's going to fit into a slot right there. Now you're going to bring out his ears. And you're going to take these guys and put them back into place where they were before. And then this, we're just going to set aside. Because now we're going to focus on the trailer. So with the trailer, you want to open up these guys here. Split the legs. Well, actually, open up these tabs, these flaps. remove the gun. This is just going to basically fold up to be a butt flap, a tab. And that's all it does. This is going to come out, and you're going to rotate this all the way around, open this panel up. And then this whole thing is going to rotate here. You're going to take this flap to bring that out, and then rotate that and bring it down. Pull this tab, this little panel out. And now for here, you want to take this, disconnect this, bring this in on a double hinge. Oh, before you do that, bring out that guy, and then that will come up and tab into there. Fold this down, fold this back, bring out the toe. And again, we're going to do the same here. Bring out this gun all the way. Disconnect that, slide it in, fold that out, tab that up. And I'm going to make this a lot taller. So now what you're going to do is I prepped this ever so slightly wrong, and I apologize. You want to take this and have this like this. And then, whoops, that falls off every now and again. It's not a problem. Except for when I'm on camera. Except for when I'm on camera and it wants to fight me for the first time ever. There you go. So yeah, you want to have this pulled out and folded up like this, because now what's going to happen is that panel is going to slide into this right here, and then this red panel that we pulled out, you'll see these little slots in here. There's little tabs that are going to fit into those slots, and then this whole thing is just going to fold in, and you want to squeeze these guys in. And wiggle that till they both seat. And now you've got Optimus in his big old combined mode, and we can stick the gun in his hand. He doesn't have the little flip away peg holes like some of the other Commander class figures have. Some people are really bitching about that, but I don't think it's that big of a problem. But yeah, there he is. The Armada Prime Super Mode. I don't know if there's not really a way to fold this away better. I kind of wish that there was. He does have an extraordinary butt flap, but you know, what can you do, I guess. But yeah, he's just big, he's chunky, he's huge. Here he is with another Optimus again. He's big. It adds quite a bit of bulk. Very much deserving of the Commander class. And I dig it. I mean, I never had an Armada Prime before. I never even had a Bendy Prime. But I dig this. So let's talk about articulation. His head is on the ball joint still. A little bit of wiggle waggle. Goes all the way around. His arms will click all the way around. They'll go up like so at this joint, but they'll also go up like so at this joint. He's got a bicep swivel here, an elbow joint. He's got a wrist swivel, all 4 fingers open on one piece. No waist joint again, but he does have a little skirt armors here. This one will rotate it a little bit. It's not my favorite way to do a front skirt armor, but it's a way. His legs will go that far forward and that far back. He'll go out for more than the full Van Damme. He's got a thigh swivel here. Single joint bend at the knee for 90 degrees. He's got a heel flap and like a little bit of a toe joint, but none of them is really good for posing. He does have just as much ankle tilt as you'd need. And so he's not like a static figure, like he's posable. This is the Armada figure that Armada Prime wishes that he could have been, you know, freaking almost 20 years ago. And like we talk about classic figures versus like modern figures and whatnot, and I think a lot of people tend to throw, especially people my age. I mean, I'm 40 nowadays. I think a lot of people, especially people my age, tend to throw Armada into the modern era, but like that was nearly 20 years ago, and this so poignantly emphasizes what that much technologic progression can do. I guess I'm not really saying that they couldn't have engineered something like this back then, but it wouldn't have been, I don't know, cost effective as it is these days. But I dig it. It's super fun. I like it a whole lot. But that's about all I've got to say about this. I fully recommend it, especially for someone who likes Armada or has a Optimus Prime shelf like me. This is definitely a nice piece to my collection. But anyhow, thanks for watching, everybody. You guys are fantastic. Everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. I'll see you later. Bye.